All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a totally radical approach to consumer tech, one that honestly challenges everything we've just come to accept about our daily devices. Because let's face it, right now the tech landscape is dominated by two massive headaches: endless data harvesting and exhausting subscription fatigue. And why is that? Well, because big tech basically relies on extracting your habits to fuel their models. But we're looking at some fascinating material today, detailing a brand called NVK Global. And we're going to explore their completely flipped approach to artificial intelligence. More importantly, we're looking at why they believe stopping this relentless data exploitation is actually the fundamental purpose of hardware. So are you renting your intelligence? I mean, really think about that for a second. Consider the smartwatch on your wrist right now, or that smart speaker sitting in your kitchen. Do those devices actually belong to you? Or in reality, are they just data harvesting terminals for big tech companies? Under the current status quo, you buy a piece of hardware, sure, but the intelligence that makes it run, that lives on a server hundreds of miles away. It requires a constant internet connection, it usually requires a subscription, and it is just constantly feeding your daily habits back to a corporate database. You don't own that intelligence, you're just renting it, and you are paying for it with your wallet and your privacy. Which brings us to this absolutely crucial quote straight from NVK's manifesto. You deserve better than rented intelligence. And you know, this isn't just some catchy marketing slogan, it is literally their foundational ethos. They prioritize user privacy above everything else because they view data sovereignty as an absolute human right. They believe you shouldn't have to trade your privacy for convenience, essentially sacrificing your daily life to surveillance capitalism. When you purchase a device, you should actually physically own the intelligence inside it. No strings attached, no hidden data harvesting feeding corporate servers, and absolutely no holding your hardware hostage behind a paywall. So let's look at the paradigm shift, breaking the status quo. Because think about the old model we're all so used to. AI lives entirely in the cloud, it needs that constant internet connection, you get hit with monthly subscriptions, and here's the biggest red flag for your privacy. Your data is constantly leaving the device. If their service changes or just disappears, your expensive device basically becomes a paperweight. But contrast that with the NVK model. The AI is built physically inside the device itself. You buy it once, you use it forever. And the real game changer for your privacy is that your information stays with you. By taking the intelligence out of the cloud and putting it directly into the hardware, NVK guarantees that your private life never needs to be extracted just to make your tech work. How do they actually pull this off? Well, they use this core principle called local first. This is a privacy by design architecture. In practice, what this means is that your core AI runs directly on your device. It doesn't need to ping a random server halfway across the world just to understand your voice or do a simple task. Because it's fully offline capable, it guarantees that your data is never harvested. You see, true privacy isn't just some super complicated terms of service agreement promising not to look at your data. True privacy means your data physically doesn't even need to leave your device to function in the first place. Next up, the architecture of privacy. Now, you might be wondering, okay, if everything is locked down locally, how on earth does it stay smart? How do we balance total, absolute privacy with advanced AI power? Well, NVK solves this through a really distinct three-layered framework they call the NVK Intelligence Architecture. Let's break down exactly what these three layers are. So here's how the whole system is structured. Step one is the on-device AI. This is that intelligence built directly into your hardware. It handles all your private day-to-day functions totally offline, requiring absolutely no subscription. Step two is the Omega Logic Core. This is NVK's advanced cloud reasoning. So when you actually need deeper analysis or global knowledge synthesis, you can tap into Omega. And step three is Chat NVK. This is your single unified interface, whether it's conversational, visual, or voice-driven, that just seamlessly connects your private local device to the Omega cloud, but only when you explicitly choose to do so. And this dynamic really highlights the ultimate choice you have as a user. Your on-device AI is baked right into the hardware, your data stays entirely local, it works completely offline, and it costs you absolutely nothing extra. But when you need some serious horsepower, you've got the Omega Logic Core. Yes, it's cloud-based and requires the internet, but here is the massive difference. It is always free. No subscriptions required from any device, ever. You are completely in the driver's seat. You rely on the offline hardware for total, uncompromised privacy, but you can securely access the Omega Logic for deeper reasoning whenever you actively decide you need it. Bringing us to intelligence you can live with. So what does a sovereign OS actually look like in the real world? It turns out NVK is building a massive physical ecosystem to house this private intelligence.
We're talking about the NVK Time Machine, which literally puts this offline AI directly on your wrist as a flagship smartwatch. Then there's NVK Vision, their AI glasses designed to help you see and know more about your environment. For your home, there's the NVK Orb, an intelligent companion for your personal space. They even have the NVK Apex Phantom for intelligent mobility. What we're looking at here is a tangible, fully connected ecosystem extending from wearables all the way to smart living, and the whole shebang is grounded in that local-first, privacy-obsessed architecture.
You know, before we wrap things up, it's actually worth pointing out what the name NVK literally stands for, because it ties this whole philosophy together. It stands for Network, Visualize, Knowledge. This simple 3-word idea is the guiding principle behind their entire hardware and software ecosystem. It's all about networking your devices seamlessly, helping you visualize your world, and giving you the knowledge to navigate it, all while keeping your data completely locked down and entirely yours. Which leads to reclaiming your digital freedom. So let's bring it all together. What are the 4 main pillars of this privacy by design? Number 1, local first. The AI runs natively on your physical device. Number 2, your data. It absolutely stays with you. It is definitely not being harvested to sell ads or train someone else's corporate models. Number 3, your choice. You have the complete autonomy to use the device entirely offline for max privacy, or you can consciously connect to the Omega Cloud for advanced problem solving. And finally, number 4, your freedom. 0 subscriptions, no compromises, total hardware ownership. You buy the device, you own the intelligence. Which leaves us with one massive, incredibly important question you kind of have to ask yourself right now as you look at the tech in your own life. Are you going to keep renting your tech, paying with your wallet and your privacy month after month? Or is it finally time to step up, take control, and own your intelligence? It's a huge paradigm shift for sure, and NVK makes a really compelling case that true privacy isn't just a settings toggle you flip in an app, it's the fundamental right of actually owning your own devices. Thanks so much for exploring this explainer with me today, and I highly encourage you to go look at the smart devices around you in a whole new light.